Okay, so let's make a start. We're going to come first of all onto our backs for constructive rest pose. If you haven't already and you want a moment or so to get your props together, I'd recommend a bolster, blanket, perhaps even an eye pillow or a bed cushion. And then when you're ready, take yourself to lying on the mat. Soles of the feet to the floor. Back, neck and head in one line. Jaw is unclenched. Shoulders soft, away from the ears. And drawing down into the mat. The hands can rest wherever they land. Maybe that's by the side or on the belly so that you can observe the breath. Just give yourself a few moments to settle in, to arrive, to find comfort. To welcome in your weekend with this soothing practice. So just begin to draw your awareness to your senses. Perhaps noticing any sights, any sounds. Perhaps you notice behind the eyelids, that space of darkness. Or maybe your mind begins to bring some colours, some images, whatever it is that you can see behind the closed eyelids. And take your awareness now to the sounds. Sounds that you can hear in the distance. Sounds that you can hear within the room that you're in. Perhaps even the sound of your own breath. Noticing the sensation of touch, clothes on your skin, the contact between your back body and the earth. The coolness of the air on your skin. The air cool as it enters the nostrils, slightly warmer as it leaves. Perhaps noticing anything that you can smell around you. Anything that you can taste. Become aware of the breath. Start to connect to that journey of the breath flowing in and out. The natural breath as it enters the body and leaves the body. Just observing where you're breathing into. High up in the chest, the ribs, or deep into the belly perhaps. Maybe noticing the length of each breath. Any sensations, thoughts or emotions that arise as you really connect to the breath. And if you can, start to take the breath now a little deeper down into the belly. Maybe taking one hand to the belly and one hand to the chest. Noticing the rise of both hands as you take each deep breath in. And the fall of the hands as you breathe out. The breath is our one constant. We don't always realise, but it's so closely connected to our emotions, to our racing mind. And in our yoga practice, it's that we're looking to cultivate that connection with the breath. We're slowing down the mind, calming the emotions and calming the breath. The breath is our anchor to each present moment. So as this practice is aimed at being very gentle, you might notice that the mind wanders a little. And that's okay. Try not to judge yourself. That's what the mind does. We're human. But anytime you do notice that happening, you're making lists in your head, you're planning, you're organising, you're overthinking. Rather than telling yourself off for that, simply acknowledge, notice, okay, this is what I'm doing, and then come back to watching the breath. Come back to the senses. What can you see? What can you touch? What can you hear? What can you smell and taste? How is my breath? How long is each breath? Before we move into the practice, if you'd like to join me in a metta meditation, then you can repeat internally to yourself, may I be filled with loving kindness. May I feel connected and calm. May I accept myself as I am. May I be happy. Bring to mind someone that you truly care about. Picture them in your mind's eye and repeating to yourself, may you be filled with love and kindness. May you feel connected and calm. May you accept yourself as you are. May you be happy. Bring into mind now a neutral person, a mere acquaintance, someone that you just recognise but don't know very well. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you feel connected and calm. May you accept yourself as you are. May you be happy. And now someone with whom you have a difficult relationship. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you feel connected and calm. May you accept yourself as you are. May you be happy. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all beings feel connected and calm. May all beings accept themselves as they are. May all beings be happy. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh out of the mouth. Take the hands down by the side and smooth the palms out to the mat. Take your awareness to your thumbs. Lift them, wiggle them. Then to the index finger. The middle finger, lifting, wiggling, pointing, pressing. Just isolating the movements. To the ring finger. To the pinky finger. Take your awareness down to the soles of the feet. Become aware of your entire footprint. Start to lift one toe at a time. It sounds a lot easier than it actually is, and that's okay. If all toes lift, then so be it. The intention is there. Release that awareness. And keeping the eyes closed, slowly rotate your head to the right for the entire length of your out breath. So it's a really slow movement. As you inhale, it comes back to center for the entire length of the inhale. The entire length of the exhale over to the left shoulder. The inhale brings you center. Same again. Moving at the pace of your own breath. Going as slowly as your breath will allow. And just really being aware of that gentle, slow movement. Taking one more on each side. And then pausing, excuse me, in neutral. Again, keeping the eyes closed if you wish, or if you want to open them, you can have a low gaze. Start to inhale and reach the arms up and maybe even behind you overhead for the entire length of the inhale. And then back down by the side body for the entire length of the exhale. Try to notice and then eliminate those pauses at the end of the inhale, at the end of the exhale. Let the inhale flow to the exhale. Let the upward movement flow to the downward movement. Trying to keep that movement and breath in sync. You may wish to take this into a gentle bridge. So as you lift, maybe the hips lift as well. And as you lower, the pelvis lowers back down to the ground. So you're connecting the arms, the pelvis, and the breath. If you're lifting the pelvis, perhaps you start to notice that rippling, rolling effect of the spine as you tuck the pelvis slightly, as you ripple through each vertebra. The next time you come down, let that be your last. Start to gently flutter the eyelids open, allowing the light and the visuals to return to the body. Reaching both arms up ahead in front of you, palms facing one another. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, let your right fingertips and your drishti, your gaze point, reach down to the right side. As you inhale, your gaze and your fingertips return to center. Switching sides, the left goes down on the exhale. The left comes up on the inhale. Switching between the two sides. Really becoming aware of that body, breath, connection. And again, trying to eliminate that pause in between so that the movement and the breath flows from one to the next. Take one more on each side. And then you can release the arms. And just become aware, after holding the arms up, maybe you can feel the blood flowing. Whatever sensations you notice, just observe them. And then in your own time, take a full body stretch as though you've just woken up. Reach the fingertips away, reach the toes away. Take a deep breath in and a deep sigh out as you release. Take two more. Reach away, deep breath in and release. Plug the knees in towards the chest. You might wish to lift the chin up and really curl up into a tiny ball. Lowering the soles of the feet back down. Take them as wide as the mat now. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, draw the knees over to the right. You might notice that the left side of the pelvis lifts up. That's okay. Inhaling center and exhaling over to the left. Going as deeply into this twist as you need to. The next time you come over to your right, hold there. And maybe you want to take the right heel and rest it on top of the left knee. Maybe you take your drishti down to the right fingertips. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly release. Inhale, come back to center, and take the exhale all the way over to the left. Pausing at the left. Left heel comes onto right knee perhaps. Drishti, that gaze point comes down to the left fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, release. Roll completely over onto your left side. Push the right palm into the floor and slowly come up onto your seat. If you want to take a cushion under your seat, then be my guest. Find any comfortable seated position. We'll take some seated cat-cows here. So whatever that means to you, whether that's just a gentle drawing forwards and backwards of the chest, whether the entire upper body gets involved, so you're really drawing the shoulders back, the chin forward. So whatever that means to you, you've chosen to be here this morning. So take exactly what you need from what I'm offering. And at any point, your eyes can be open or closed. Just connecting with the breath and the movement. Let your practice evolve naturally without forcing any particular expectation. No judgments. It is what it is. The only thing that we can control is our attitude. So let go of that need to control the practice, our judgments of the practice, and just let it be. Slowing those movements down in your own time. And coming into some form of stillness. Take an inhale, and as you reach the fingertips up to the sky, exhale, take a twist towards the left, lower the fingertips down. Inhale, fingertips reach up. Exhale, open, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Your own breath, your own movement. I'll try not to guide too much with your inhales and exhales. This is about you. So you can move as slowly or as quickly as your breath is demanding. Take one more on each side. And then come into neutral position. Finding length down the back, reaching the crown up as length down the back of the neck, chest and belly, full breathing. I'd like to guide you through a round of nadi shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. I know some of you will be aware of this, so if you want to just go into your own practice, for those of you who know what you're doing, then feel free. Otherwise, if you're coming with me, I'll just move slightly closer so you can see. So you'll take your middle finger and index finger to your third eye center. You'll use the thumb to close off the right nostril and breathe in through the left. Then you'll open the right, close the left with your ring finger and breathe out of the right. So it's coming in through one, out through the other, in and out. I'll guide you for a count of 4, but if you're a little more experienced with this breathing practice, then feel free to mute me for a few moments, okay? So take a deep breath in through both nostrils and out through both nostrils. Closing off the right nostril, breathing in through the left for 2, 3, 4. Close left, open right, exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Close, open left, exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Close, exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Release the hand. Come to a natural breathing pattern. Just notice any changes between the right and left nostrils, the right side, the left side. And then we'll take one more round. I'll guide you this time for a count of 6. And then after a couple of rounds, I'll be quiet and let you take your own count. So you can take that for 4, 6, 8, whatever you wish. So get yourself comfortable. Bring in the middle finger and index finger to the third eye center. Take a deep breath in through both nostrils and out. Close the right, inhale, left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continuing at your own pace, your own count. The next time you breathe out of your left, let that be your final round. Releasing the hand and just observing how you feel. The mind space. Nadi shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing, is a super useful breathing technique for balancing the energies within the body. Or for those of you who don't believe in all the woo-woo stuff, it's actually really good for anxiety and stress. In your own time, come to a tabletop position and start to move into that cat-cow position. But if you can, try to isolate the movement as though it's coming from the pelvis. So it's almost as you move the pelvis, it's sending a rippling effect down the length of the spine and all the way to the head, then back down to the pelvis. Come to neutral spine and walk the hands back, curl the toes under. You might want to physically spread them with the hands, so you're in effect resting on the feet like this. Anyone who wears heels a lot, I'm sorry in advance. Okay, so just spread the toes and take your weight back onto the heels. Knees can be hip distance. If that is definitely too much for you on the soles of the feet, lean forward a little, take the weight out of the feet. We'll hold here for about 30 seconds. So just draw your awareness to where you're feeling it and then redirect to the breath. Observing your flow of breath, maybe tuning in to any sounds, perhaps even the music if you're listening to the playlist. Inhale, exhale, release, come back to all fours, release the toes, move them in any way that you need to. From your tabletop position, take an inhale as you reach the right fingertips up to the sky, reach the left collarbone right round to the right, and as you exhale, tuck the right arm underneath the left, resting on the right shoulder, the right side of the face. Maybe you reach the left hand to the sky or to the sacrum. Just gonna adjust my camera slightly. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, come back to neutral and switching sides. That's it, nice. Take any variation with the right arm. Inhale, exhale, release, come back to neutral. You might need to shimmy yourself back a little as you walk the hands forward, come into Anahatasana, puppy dog pose, lowering the chest or the chin or the forehead towards the ground. If that's too far away, then take a cushion, bring the earth to you. So the aim is that you've got that wagging puppy dog tail up to the sky. Observe where you can feel the breath in this posture. Take an inhale and slowly take your weight forwards into the forearms so that you're coming into a Sphinx pose. Feel free to adjust and wiggle. Shoulders are over the elbows. If you want to take this more into a cobra position, then be my guest. Pushing the fronts of the feet and the pelvis into the earth. Reaching the collarbones up and forwards. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Create a pillow for the head, the forehead. And start to come into a half frog pose. So draw the left knee up in line with the left hip. And I say in line, but just to wherever you can, wherever you need to. So the left foot is still on the floor. And the left knee is reaching out to the side. In that half frog position. Take a deep inhale. And as you sigh it out, release that left leg down to meet the right, switching sides. So the right knee this time comes out and up towards the hip. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out, release the leg, and then start to push the hands into the mat and push your way back to your child's pose. We're not stopping though, curl the toes and push back to your down dog. We're not stopping. As you inhale, ripple forward to plank, lower the knees. Exhale, return to child's pose. To down dog. Inhale, ripple forwards to plank. Lower the knees. Exhale, child's pose. To down dog. Forwards to plank. Lower the knees. Push back to child's pose. So you're almost creating this circular ripple forwards and backwards. And again, try to go as slowly as your breath will allow. So one movement, one breath. If If you feel you need to pause in any particular part of this, then feel free to do so. There's no rush to get to a particular posture. We're busy enough in our real life. The next time you come to your down dog, stay there. Make any movements that you like in your down dog, or find stillness. There's no particular way that this needs to look. So if you want to bend your knees because that feels better, if that gives you more length down the spine, if your heels are not touching the mat, who cares? Real life is not Instagram. Do what your body is asking for. On an inhale, take your gaze to the top of the mat, and as slowly as you can, take a really big hippie walk to the top of the mat. Once you arrive, feet can be hip distance. I'm just shuffling my mat back. Somehow I'm going into the wall. Take an inhale, halfway lift, straight arms and spine. And as you exhale, bring the belly to the thighs. Let the head hang heavy. Push down into the feet, root to rise. As you inhale, ripple up through the spine. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we're going to take 3 half sun salutations here, but if you're feeling a little more energetic and you want to go for a full sun salutation, including the chaturanga, then be my guest, but I'm going to go for a half this morning, okay? So if you're coming with me, feet hip distance, take an inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, belly to thighs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Push into the feet. Inhale to rise. Exhale, heart center. Second round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling to rise. Exhaling to heart center. One more round. Go as slow as your breath allows you to. Take the entire length of the breath for the movement to happen. Come into your Tadasana, your mountain pose. So whatever that means to you, feet together or feet hip distance. Shoulders and jaw are soft. Maybe the palms are facing slightly forward. Maybe you close down the eyes. Take a quick moment to just come back to that belly breathing. Belly breathing, I don't know what that is. belly breathing. Observing your footprints. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, step the left foot to the back of the mat as slowly as you can. Lower the back knee and sweep the arms up on an inhale for low lunge. Soften the shoulders. Soften the hips. Inhale. Exhale, come into a twist. Lower the left hand to the mat and open out towards the right. Option here, if you wish, is to come off the back knee. Really drawing up and out from that left shoulder, reaching up to the sky and drawing the left collarbone right round to the right. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, return to center and lift up to a high lunge. Wiggle that back foot back and really come onto the very ball of the foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, find softness in the pose. Soften the hips, the shoulders, the jaw. Lift the toes on the right foot and spread them and lower them back down. Maybe you close the eyes and notice your balance. Notice what happens to the right foot. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, ground down that back heel, open out to the left, Virabhadrasana 2. Soft shoulders. Drishti down to the right middle finger. Deep belly breathing. Inhale. Exhale, straighten through that front leg and pivot on the right feet and squat down into your goddess pose. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale down. Here's my cup of tea. Thank you. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhaling to lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale to rise. Exhale, take the hands to the hips. Adjust the feet so that they're a little more parallel, or maybe ever so slightly turning in at the toes. Lengthen through the crown. Inhale. Exhale, tilt the pelvis forward like you're emptying a bowl. Draw the crown of the head to the mat. Hands can stay to the hips, come to the floor or the big toes. I know I shouldn't be ungrateful, but I've got half a cup of tea here. On your next inhale, lift the torso and walk round towards the right. Pivot the feet and step to the top of the mat. Bend the knees and let the body hang forward into your ragdoll. In your ragdoll, you might want to sway or rock forward and back, side to side. Release the hands. Take the weight into the right foot. Take the awareness there. Lift and spread the right toes as you slowly come up, straightening through that right leg and come into your Vrikshasana, your tree pose. Try and turn around. Ooh. Soften at the shoulders. Maybe close down the eyes, challenge the balance. Or tell me to shut up. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly release the left foot, switching sides. Inhale. Exhale, left foot comes back slowly and lower the knee. Not left, right. We've done the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring softness to the body. Inhale. Exhale, twisting towards the left, right hand comes to the mat. Right collarbone reaching right round towards the left. Back knee can be either down or up, your choice. Try to draw up and away from the earth. Inhale. Exhale, return to center and sweep up into your high lunge. Inviting that softness once more. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift and spread the toes on the left foot. And maybe you close down the eyes. Bring a smile to the lips. And just notice if you start to wobble a little. No judgments. No harsh words. Inhale. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Lower that back heel, open out to the right. Shoulders are soft, arms are reaching. Inhale. Exhale, straighten through the front leg. Pivot on the left foot and we're coming to that goddess flow. Take an inhale and as you exhale, sink down to your goddess. Inhale to rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale to rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Keep the legs straight. Hands either to hips or clasp them behind the back if you wish. Lengthen tall through the crown. Tip the pelvis forwards as you reach the crown of the head towards the earth. If you've got the hands clasped, try to keep the palms together and draw the knuckles up to the sky. That's it, beautiful. If you need to take a little bend in the knees, then that's okay. Just play around with the posture. Where in this posture feels good for me? Take an inhale. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Walk them round towards the left. Pivot on the left foot. Step to the top of the mat and return to your ragdoll. Belly thigh connection. No need to have straight legs. Release the hands, lift and spread the toes on the left foot. Push down to the left, and as you rise, start to lift the right foot inside the left leg, wherever that is for you. Come into your Vrikshasana. Again, notice what's going on in the left foot. You don't need to be still. If you wobble, if you fall out, get down and get back up again. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, slowly release, returning to your Tadasana. If you want to flow through a vinyasa and come to your child's pose, you can join me. Otherwise, make your way straight to your child's pose and we'll meet there. You're joining me, take an inhale. Exhale, fold. I'm going to take a half vinyasa actually. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhaling. Coming into your balasana when you're ready, your child's pose. Let the forehead come to the mat or to cushion. The knees can be wide. The arms, wherever feels right for you. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out of the mouth. Living in the present moment is the only way to tame the mind. For the mind throws us into turmoil, thinking of the past and worrying about the future. By noticing our breath, the inner sensations of the body, the light around us, the ground beneath our feet, we'll begin to find ourselves in the here and now. The question, what if, ceases to plague our days and acceptance begins to flower. We'll move into our yin practice now. So if you want to grab any cushions, blankets, add any extra layers on so that you can get nice and snug, then I'll give you a moment to do so. I've already done that. I'm looking around like, what else can I put on? Okie dokie. So our first posture will be caterpillar pose. So take the legs out long, remove any flesh away. If you want to take a cushion, bolster, you can either take it underneath the legs, or I'm more of a fan of letting my torso hang on top of it, to be honest. So whatever's right for you. If you don't have a bolster, some cushions do the same job. Just give yourself a moment or so to get into your caterpillar pose. Set yourself up using as many props, cushions, blankets as you need. We'll be here for about 4 minutes. So once you've found that place that you're happy to hold, you've found a comfortable position, take a deep breath in, sigh out of the mouth, and then allow your mind, your awareness to settle on the gentle ebb and flow of your breath. As I said earlier, our breath is the one constant within our lives. It's always going to be there for us. It's a really good indicator of our emotions and our mental state. Allow the breath to untie those knots in the mind and in the body. Take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh out of the mouth. Gradually begin to lift your way out of your caterpillar, taking your time. And then bring any movements between the posture, anywhere that you feel you need to move into. There's no right or wrong. These in between postures in the end, they're over to you for what you need. We'll be coming next into bridge pose. So if I just show you, for anyone who doesn't know, whilst you're just taking those movements, if you've got a block, a cushion, whatever you need, take it under your seat, lying down, soles of the feet to the floor, just the block or your cushion so it's comfortable. You can take it where you need to, as high or as low as you need to. Shoulders are away from the ears. Perhaps the hands are resting on the belly so that you can observe that deep belly breath once more. Giving yourself a moment or two to find that comfortable position. And then take a deep breath in through the nose, sighing it out of the mouth. Again, we'll be here for about 4 minutes. There are so many quotes, thoughts, and beliefs out there about time. Love is time, time is magic. And those two things are so true in our yin practice. Because it's the time that we're in the pose where the magic happens. The magic happens physically within our bodies. As the fascial adhesions begin to break down, we're untying the knots so that the chi can flow. We're coming into stillness so that the mind can rest. And we're so aware of our breath. The breath bringing with it that sense of calmness and anchoring us to the present moment. Take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh out of the mouth. Gently push into the feet, lifting the hips a little, removing your prop from below you. Allow the pelvis to draw back down to the ground. And just observe any changes, any sensations. Simply notice. We'll come next into fish pose. So there's two ways to do this. You can have your bolster or your cushions out long for the length of your spine. I'm quite a fan of this because then I've got something for my head. Or if you want to take it horizontally and grab another cushion for the head, and you're sort of allowing the shoulders to drop back into that space. The legs can be out long in front of you, or maybe you'd like to bring them more into a butterfly pose so that the soles of the feet are together. Just give yourself a few moments to get comfortable there, taking whichever variation you know is right for you today. Once you've found that place, that sweet spot, drinking that deep breath, sigh it out, and allow the body to settle, to soften, fully supported by the earth. Take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh out of the mouth, and gently roll to the side, and lift your weight up. You're moving your prop. Maybe you come back to lying down, maybe you find some movement. We're going to come into a supine twist when you're ready. No rush. Take as many movements as you need. So the bolster or cushions will come to the left side. Left leg is long. Right knee into the chest and then over to rest on the left. You might want to adjust your hip. You might want to reach the right arm out long. You might want to take your drishti with you towards the right fingertips as you settle and lower the gaze, maybe even closing the eyes. If you've got a gap between the earth and your right shoulder, maybe you put a little cushion or blanket there. So give yourself the time to be fully comforted, supported. Practicing satya, being true to yourself. to your body, to your practice, and going to where you need to. We're not striving in our yin practice. We're letting time do the work for us. Take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh out of the mouth. Gently roll over onto your back, releasing your leg from your posture, from your twist. Take any movements, any wiggles and fidgets. Shift your prop over to the opposite side. Taking your twist over to the right this time. Right leg is long. Left knee to the chest and over to rest the knee and the ankle on your cushion or bolster. Giving that left shoulder any support. Taking your drishti down and lowering it towards closing. When you know you've settled where you need to be, taking that deep breath, sigh out, let the heaviness of the exhale settle the body. These longer holds, you might notice the mind wandering, the breath is a reminder of the natural way of things. Let the breath come and go. Let the thoughts come and go. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. Release your way out of the posture. We'll move in a moment to our yoga nidra practice. Deep meditation, where we're aiming to find that state between being awake and being asleep. So feel free to grab a drink before you settle down. Maybe get an extra blanket, cushions, eye pillows. Whoever invented eye pillows was just a genius, right? So traditionally our yoga nidra practice is done lying on the back in a shodhana posture. If you want to take a different variation, maybe legs up the wall, another restorative posture, then be my guest. Get yourself comfortable, whatever position you're taking. Taking your awareness to the body. Imagine how it would be if you could give the body permission to deeply let go. If you could completely and utterly allow the body to let go. Let your body sink into the floor. Get comfortable. And be comforted that at this time everything is okay. Nothing else matters right now. Everything is okay. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do. You're here to simply feel your body and to listen. Don't worry if you don't hear everything that I say. It's natural to flow in and out of conscious hearing. The deepest part of you, your core self, is always listening. So whatever your experience is today of this meditation, the practice will still work. There's no way to do it wrong. Simply listen without trying too hard to concentrate. And if your mind starts to wander, acknowledge it and come back to the sound of my voice. You're in a safe, protected space. Come into stillness and try to remain still for deep rest, deep nourishment. Feel your natural breath. Breath flowing in and out. Allow your bones to become heavy. Feel your bones heavy and sinking into the earth. Now is time to state your sankalpa, a positive affirmation or intention, stated to yourself in the present tense with full awareness, sincerity and faith. If you don't have an affirmation that you're working with or nothing comes to mind, you can simply say to yourself, I am peace, I am resting. Repeat your sankalpa 3 times internally now. Allow your awareness to travel through your body on a journey of sensation. Simply feel each part as it's mentioned, without moving, remaining still, welcoming all intention as it is. Starting from the crown of the head, taking the awareness to the middle of the brain, the front of the brain, the forehead, middle of the brain, front of the brain, back to the middle of the brain, front of the brain, the forehead, tip of the nose, the chin, right side of the face, right earlobe, tip of the right ear, the right temple, top middle of the forehead, the left temple, tip of the left ear, left earlobe, left side of the face, the chin, the right cheek, outer edge of the right eyebrow, inner edge of the eyebrow, eyebrow center, inner edge of the left eyebrow, outer edge of the left eyebrow, left cheek, chin, point under the bottom lip, point between the lip and the nose, the right nostril, outer edge of the right eye, inside of the eye, bridge of the nose, inside of the left eye, outer edge of the eye, the left nostril, the point between the lip and the nose, the point under the bottom lip, the chin, the right temple, top middle of the forehead, the left temple, back to the chin. Move the awareness now to the tip of the tongue, body of the tongue, roof of the mouth, tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth, tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth. Returning to the brain, starting from the base of the skull to the middle of the brain, right side of the brain, left side of the brain, back to the right, to the left, right, left. Come to balance in the middle of the brain, the front of the brain, middle of the brain, front, middle, dropping down to the throat, right shoulder, down to the elbow, even further to the wrist, palm of the hand, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, moving back through the palm, wrist, elbow, shoulder, back to the throat, down to the heart, resting deeply in the heart center. Down to the navel, pelvis, right hip, down to the knee, ankle, sole of the foot, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth toe, back through the sole of the foot, ankle, knee, hip, pelvis, belly, chest, throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, palm, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, back through the palm, wrist, elbow, shoulder, back to the throat, down to the heart, resting deeply in the heart center, down to the navel, pelvis, left hip, left knee, ankle, sole of the foot, big toe, second toe, third, fourth and fifth. Back through the sole of the foot, ankle, knee, hip and pelvis. Back to the navel, heart center, throat, right shoulder, whole of the right arm, throat, left shoulder, whole of the left arm, heart center, whole of the rib area, navel, the whole torso, pelvis, the right hip and the whole of the right leg and foot, the pelvis, the left hip, the whole of the left leg and foot, back through the pelvis to the navel, and resting deeply in the center of the chest, the heart center. Dwelling in the heart center as we change our focus towards the breath. Begin to notice your breath, your natural breath, as it flows through you. Feel the breath coming in and notice the breath coming out. As you exhale, imagine a wave passing downward through your body, carrying away any tensions. As you inhale, a fresh wave flows upward through your whole body, bringing a sense of calm to every cell. Exhale, wave flowing downward, carrying away fears. Inhale, wave upward, brings serenity. Continue like this, visualizing that wave flowing up on the inhale and down on the exhale. And if the mind starts to wander, focus on counting the waves, counting the breath. Let go of that focus of breath now. releasing your awareness of the breath, allowing the breath to just be, allowing the body and the mind to just be. As we begin to create a picture in your mind of a place where you can completely relax. Imagine what this place needs to be in order for you to feel calm and relaxed. Start with the physical layout of the place. This place that you're imagining it. Where is it? Where is this peaceful place? You might picture somewhere outdoors or indoors, a small or a large space. Create an image of this place in your mind's eye. Now picture some more details about this peaceful place. Who is in the place? Perhaps you're with someone, or maybe you're alone. Are there any animals, birds? Imagine who is at your place, whether it's only you or if you have company. Imagine even more details about your surroundings. Focus now on the relaxing sounds around you in your peaceful place. What can you hear? Now imagine any tastes or smells that your place has to offer. Imagine the sensations of touch, including the temperature, any breeze that might be present, the surface that you're on. Imagine the details of this calming place. Focus on the sights of your place, colours, shapes, objects, plants, water, all of the beautiful things that make your place enjoyable. Imagine yourself there. What are you doing in this calming place? Perhaps you are just sitting, enjoying this place and relaxing. Maybe you imagine walking around or doing another activity. Picture yourself in this peaceful place. Imagine a feeling of calm, of peace, a place where you have no worries, cares, or concerns. A place where you can simply rejuvenate, relax, and enjoy just being. Enjoy your peaceful place for a few more moments. Memorizing the sights, sounds, and sensations around you. And know that you can turn to this place in your mind whenever you need a break. release your visualization now. Let go of that place. It's now time to remember your sankalpa, your intention or positive affirmation. Draw your awareness to your heart center and repeat the same sankalpa with the same wording and intention 3 times internally now. Relax any efforts. Draw your mind back to your surroundings and become aware of your breathing. Become aware of your natural breath. Become aware of your whole body. Your body is lying totally relaxed on the floor. You're breathing quietly and slowly. Develop awareness of your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Aware of your entire body in the room that you're in. Become aware of the ground below and the air above and around you. Gradually start to move and stretch the body. Taking your time to bring movement back to the body. There's no hurry at all. Take your time. When you're sure that you're fully awake, perhaps draw the knees towards the chest. Give yourself a hug. Rolling onto your side. Take a final moment of stillness to reflect on your practice. On your intention and reason for being here this morning. And in your own time, come up onto your seat with the hands together at heart center for Namaskar Mudra. Take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh out of the mouth. Deep breath in to chant. Bowing the forehead towards the fingertips. Breathing in, send yourself love and gratitude. Breathing out, send love and gratitude to another being. Thank you all so much for joining me. It really does mean a lot that you have donated, that you've taken the time to raise money and awareness for Mind. It's something that's super, super important to me as somebody who still does struggle with mental health, but I was very, very poorly a few years ago, and it took for me to be that ill before I actually received help. So for me, it's all about spreading awareness and making sure that people get the help that they need. So thank you so, so much. I will be sharing this. I've recorded it, so it'll be available to download. Feel free to share it with anybody that you think might need some time out. I'm going to hit stop recording now, so if you want to say anything.